Hello everybody, before we begin the hive swap stuff, which I'm happy to do again because y'all don't understand the whole summer to me is like cursed. Like I try to go do something always comes up to stop me from doing it. But we're back on the rails, kids, and we can finally get back to my schedule for once. But here's something else I want to say. From now on out, I will be pre-recording these on certain days. So that way, when it's Monday and that rolls around, it's already here. You guys can watch it. It's already done. It's already got my signature Bugsy touches on it. You know, all that good stuff. So yeah. But without further ado, equius, we got a job to do. On, I understand high blood. Let's get ready. We're not gonna do this just yet. We're gonna do that next. We're gonna do that next Monday. Why? Because simply put, this one's a little too important, and I kind of want to lead the chapter. I kind of want to lead the chapter with this. So you're literally going to leave them a cliffhanger. Not really a cliffhanger. I mean, we come back like every Monday, so it's not like I'm leaving them a gigantic, huge cliffhanger that can never be filled. So but how I am. All right, let me go grab my glasses. Are those even your reading spectacles? No, they're just kind of. They help me see a little bit more clear. Oh, okay, so it turns out. Oh yeah, and I skipped it, but it said blah 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 friendship. So it's like the chapters are running out of things to say before you get into which troll route you want to go down. It's funny. Anyways, okay, so it turns out stealing a car was easily one of your better impulse decisions. You've gotten accustomed to this. You've gotten accustomed enough to its weird insides. By now, the the squelch, the squishness doesn't even faze you much anymore. I didn't know it rained all Alternia. Well, it's like any other place. There's a lot of rain. It doesn't rain frequently, I take it. Yeah, it doesn't, but when it does, it pours. You know what? I'm learning things. And I've been on Alternia for like 2 years. I've never seen it rain. So this is very odd. But you were on Alternia during but don't tell nobody. We ain't ready to reveal that part just yet. But I actually but you like but wait a minute, wait. But it feels warm inside your stomach. It feels like a warm stomach of some giant creature, but actually you actually find it kind of comforting. You can let yourself just get enveloped by the seat while the autopilot does its thing. Do humans have autopilot cars? No, they're trying to figure it out. Again, Chaos Lords figured this out in like, what? 2001. Your your people are advanced. They've always been that way. Hell, I think I was just sometimes I just gloat about my race, and I don't, and sometimes I don't even really acknowledge it. It just happens. I don't know, maybe it's just me being king and being proud. I don't know. Getting getting fared getting ferried though through the streets of Alternia with your feet on the dash sure beats endlessly pounding the pavement. Sometimes you even throw Savannah stream on your phone if you really want to get a chill vibe going. You're surprised that you haven't been caught yet, dastardly carjacker that you are. But you're just a better thief than you always thought. A possible career change to look into if you ever get back to Earth. Does he even want to go back? I mean, I would say he should because I think it's his bet. I mean, you gotta admit, Ek. Laternia kind of sucks. No, I know it sucks. But anyways, I, you know, when when I first really met you, you were an Eternia loyalist. Now look at you. Don't even care about the hemo spectrum. You're your own person, Ek. I think that I think that I think that's I think that's great. The downs the downside is difficult. The downside is that a little difficult for feathering. It's a little difficult for you to feather your goal of gathering even more friendship from inside your vehicle. You'd park the scuttle buggy and expose expose yourself to the menaces of the outside world once more. In You're in what looks like some sort of residential neighborhood. It isn't as nice as a blue bloods neighborhood. Blue blood the blue blood neighborhoods you've seen. But still nice though. Still nice enough. For your for most of the apartment complexes to have exposing locked front gates and security drones. But of course, you can't take you can't take a leisurely stroll on Eternia without something terrible happening. You aren't out there for very long before it starts raining damn, damn, and fuck. About those are like three of your favorite words. I mean, cussing is just a part of my vocabulary, my friend. I mean, I guess they are. But as much as I say shit, fuck, damn it, god damn it, holy shit, fucking ass, damn, damn it, god fucking damn it. Which I think is the best combination of words ever. You did, you ditched the you ditched the umbrella. that Serona had given you, since it was goddamn heavy as a club. And now, you're you're super regretting it. Running for shelter is all that you can do. So you make a mad dash for you make a mad dash for one of the buildings, assuring a huddling uncomfortable eschewing huddling uncomfortably underneath it. Why does he go back to the car? I think he's too far out. You could have stayed in the car. I mean, it's comfortable enough. I mean, you spent like a good few minutes talking about how comfortable it is. You could just go back in there. The rain doesn't let up. You have to move soon. The the security drones are beginning to look like they're planning to take a few shots at you for loitering. You need to make a decision and fast. Uh, this might end badly if you pick what I think you're gonna think. Hey, it's better than getting shot at the fucking security drones, Eck. What do you want me to do? Well, trying getting into the building. What if it's locked? What if it's locked, Mr. Blue Blade Smart Guy? Think. But he could be an easier target if he gets shot. Yeah, but okay. We'll try my idea first. If it ends horribly, you have the satisfaction of knowing that you were in the right. It's parked a ways down the street, but maybe if you run fast enough, you'll make it. You abandon the swing. You abandon the security at the swing of the ushering. I'm freaking saying this wrong. Launching yourself back into the minor apocalypse of this regular alternating weather. You were able to make it. You should have been able to guess how this was going to go. The raindrops are too dense for you to successfully dodge them all. And your delicate human body isn't able to withstand nuclear ass rain. You probably had better luck with the security drones. Okay, Eck, you were right. It's acid, man. It's acid rain. It's acid rain. I didn't fucking know. Wait a minute. Alternate rain is acid? That's fucking horrible. I mean, what did you expect? But dude, acid rain? That's the kind of shit the kind of shit that humans and even chaos lords are afraid of. Because because it's like a certain human fucks with the planet even more. I'm going back to the higher havens and I'm staying there. You would really doom the humans like that? Oh hell yes. Well, maybe not all of them, but there'd be me with everybody that said global warming doesn't exist, and as they try to get into the gates of the higher havens, it's just gonna be me flipping them all off and going, "You guys fucked up your world. Hell no, I'm not letting you guys in." They're just gonna be there with all the SJWs, and it's gonna be it'd be fun because I'd have like a big old screen and I'd just watch people. So basically, it's like that one thing you like. It's like that one game you like that Terezi would probably like. Oh, you mean don't do it? Oh, come on, Eck. Don't you think Come on. You act like you haven't heard my Montekuma voice. You've heard it a few times. And yeah, having the humans basically destroy each other as their planet turns into a big, gigantic wasteland, I gotta say, that'd be the most entertaining thing ever. And I just want to say this right now. The views of what Prime says that does not really reflect how I feel. I have to say that because you guys are gonna take what I say out of fucking context. And yes, I am covering my ass. Fuck you. What are you? Okay. Best voice actress in the world. Are you and Hansakamura are gonna constantly use that joke. Whenever you do visual novels, that's how we're gonna do it. Equius, I don't prank you like I do the others. Yes, but you have pranked a few you have pranked me a few times. Okay. Maybe it's my fault for getting you a horse blow up doll. That's on me. But you knew it was a prank, yet you still proceeded to give that horse blow up doll the time of its life. I mean, it's supposed to be you going. It's supposed to be you going fucking, cursing me out, and then you just kind of took it, and you took it into your room. You know. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. You like the gift, so why you getting me for it? Because Asakura basically told me I should at least do it to you. I should at least make that joke once. My dearest friend, you're against me. I'm kidding, Egg. So, I sound like a true purple blood when I just said that, didn't I? Yes, you did. It was. Come on, heck, not now, man. I don't need you sweating. We're already doing this scene where characters are in the rain. I don't want the reality to be. I don't want the. I don't want the fantasy to become a reality. In a way, you know what I'm saying? Even though I hooked the recording booth to the holodeck. You, why do you do that? I don't know, to give us some realism. And besides, I get bored. What are you tell? What are you telling me? What are you telling me? My appointment is cancelled. We're a distance away. She's looking questioningly right at you. You point to yourself questioningly, thinking she might be talking to you. But then you realize she's wearing a Bluetooth headset. Okay, hold up. Jerome used, used to be on the ball. I remember the, the time he gave a full pronging a full pronging beautifying procedure right after high blood ripped off his arms. Oh shit. Oh god, oh shit, a high blood ripped off a man's arm. He was still doing like procedures and shit. But now he can't bounce back from threshing, one little thresher in the abdominal sausage. What happened to that boy losing his touch? Okay, him being horribly mangled. Sorry, Egg, I had to say it. I understand. No, she's like, oh, what do you mean he's not gonna do his thing? He got horribly mangled. Of course he's not gonna do any of his things, especially if his arms got ripped off. She looks like she's coming back from a jog. If the running shorts are anything to go by. I mean, I'm not really into tails. I'm not really into tails. Oh, but we both know you like indigo bloods. Okay, lime bloods sometimes too, but like, heck, we don't need to make this episode into how many things Bugsy likes. What kind of troll Bugsy wants. She, she's at, she's, okay, wait a minute. If she's at at all bothered by the acid rain glancing off her skin. Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense that you guys would probably, your species would basically not, it wouldn't affect you guys because probably your skin's a little tougher than a Chaos Lords or humans. So, that makes sense. Sending dozens of little firecracker sparks in their wake. She isn't showing it. Prime, what are you thinking? Nothing. I'm not thinking of anything. I'm not thinking of anything lewd. What are you talking about? How you how you doing, Ek? You're thinking of something like horrendously lewd. I mean, you know me, bro. You know how I am. Sometimes I think about that stuff. Sometimes the inner perv just comes out for a minute. She's having the phone. She's having oh wait a minute. Seems more preoccupied with their hurried conversation on the phone. Most importantly, she's power walking to the entrance of the building, which means which means which must mean she lives here. This is your chance. If you shuffle along the ush the arch the eschewing pressure pressing yourself closer inside of the building like inside of the building bug like. You wish there's some you wish you sort of wish she'd encountered you earlier when you were dodging the rain like a rad action hero. Now you look like sort of a cowardly and pathetic. Especially compared to her, she's striding along like absolutely nothing's gonna get in her way. Nothing's gonna get in the way of whatever business she's got going on. Let alone a few paltry explosions. She's so focused on her call, she doesn't notice that you're standing right next to her. Such an inconvenience. You can fully expect I'll be taking my business elsewhere. From from now from now on. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, this is either gonna get really good or really bad. I don't know. She transitions, hanging up the call to talk to you so quickly that it makes your head spin. Take take this down. A strange, hornless creature parked parked in front of my very parked in front of my home, very puny and scared looking. Now, can can be the alien that everyone's been talking about. It's such an opportunity. I can't let it go to waste. It can't go to waste now, can it? You're confused. You're confused again, looking around to see who she might be talking to. There's nobody else here. She's dictating her notes on her phone. Hey, I do that too. Okay, I like this troll. She's like me. Like not on the perv side of things, which I do have, but on the I'm working aspect. Trust me, right? Trust me. Lately, it feels like no one understands that part of me. Anyway, sorry for that long pause. Look at you. We can't have you wandering around like this, darling. She's like, okay, can we? You aren't ravishing to. You aren't ravishing. Do give me your name of your stylist so I can meet her. So, so good to meet you. Here's my card. My name is Stelsa Sezyat. Auditor, auditor, auditorizer in training for the Eternian Empire. Nice to meet you. Let's let's walk and talk. She brought you mean you do you didn't realize the borrow hoodie was that impressive impressive of a look. But okay, she produces her business card in one hand and inputs the number on the panel into a panel with the other. You take the card. It's a struggle to process what she's saying, to respond to her questions, and introduce yourself while experiencing the verbal equivalent of getting hit by a truck. How is it possible to talk so fast without taking a breath? You can barely get in. You can barely. You can barely get a word in edgewise. As Elsa continues to chatter as the steps, she wa- she waves for you to follow her inside the apartment building. Do you? Like that's a question right now? We gotta ask it. Actually reminds me of the time of the actually reminds me of the time I fought a bunch of anti-lordlets on a planet with a bunch of acid rain. Uh, one of my one of my feathers have never my feathers in the back of my wing, like my front feather at the tip of my wing has never looked the same. Like literally, if I pulled it right now, it would grow, but it would still have the like acid mark on it, which is weird. So tell me, how do you so so do tell me, you run any business on your planet? If you do, I would be more than happy to offer my services. They are very efficient and affordable, I can assure you. All your legal and financial documents will be checked over in no time. I'll make sure everything is running tip top shape. I'm so happy to run into you. Ever since Zizi told me she met you, I've been asking her to introduce me. It's so it's so very important for a professional to continue growing her network, especially intergalactically. Don't you agree? I do agree. Actually, yes, I do agree on that. Finally, a troll that actually thinks the way I do when it comes to this, when it comes to my actual. Because let's be real, my YouTube channel is like my business. I do, I do kind of treat it as such. Again, just another thing people don't understand when it comes to me doing YouTube. Again, there's a business aspect to it. She's still busying herself with her phone while talking to you and texting on a tiny keyboard. The name ZZ doesn't ring any bells. You flip through your Rolodex in your brain to try and remember. You have made so many friends, you're really beginning to start to forget their names a little. You're a little impressed. You're a little impressed with yourself. It feels like only yesterday you were crawling in a basement of a murderess and getting stabbed in the chin with a screwdriver. Just a sing, just a single friend to name. Just a single friend to your name. Good times. That wasn't good times. That was horrible times. What are you talking about? How can you look on what our data did and think of good times? I couldn't. If anything, I would want to run out of our house screaming, going, "Holy shit! I gotta get the fuck out of here!" Says the man. Says the man who. Says the man who had a mate, who had a blue blood as a, who had a, who had a blue blood as his mate spring. Oh, Equius, those were some different times, man. I was different. We don't talk about that. It's still, well, it's also, well, Zelda's own name is starting to register. You've heard it before. This is, oh, ZZ, Teresa. This is Teresa's mate spirit. Oh, what is she gonna be? Oh, dude, what? Oh, she's taking. Fuck, fuck everything. You know you don't always have to do that joke. Yeah, no. But I feel like people expect it now, so I gotta go with it. And she is kind of, let's be real, she is kind of attractive. I mean, not kinda, truly. But let's keep going. This Teresa's meat spirit. She must be talking to Teresa about you. Hmm. Murder stabbing is very fascinating, I'm sure. I'm referring to my dazzling Teresa, of course. Ah, Teresa, Teresa got that one. Yeah, yeah, she's a lucky troll. Because if I was how I was back then, well, things. That's not really telling everybody what you do. Dude, sometimes like it's the best thing I can say is the stuff I don't say. How does that even make sense? See, that's the thing. You know how I am. What's the fun of making sense? What's the fun of telling people what I know unless you don't pick it up for yourselves? That's what I'm saying. Give the audience breadcrumbs and they'll follow you. Hopefully. sometimes, or other times you suffer. Eating a big wedge of cheese. But let's not. But I said too much. You. You're at the door of her hive. She unlocks the door, letting you both in. But I think we've ran our quota of crazy in love trolls. If you know what I'm saying. True that, as you would say. Heck, after this video, I want to say something. Come in, come in. Welcome to Stelsa Sezyat. Sezyat. Make make yourself at home. Can I get you anything? Water, a grub cake, my rate sheet. I would love to continue our little chat. While I'm a little sweaty. Also, I read the acid absolutely wreaks havoc on my skin. You know how it is. Yes, I know how it is. Seriously, clear skies when I was there. Seriously? Clear skies all the way through? For 2 years? Yeah, for 2 years. For 2 years, Ek. That's really fascinating. Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I'll jump into the ultra bin trap. I'm just gonna say bathtub. Bathtub for a minute. Please, please excuse me. I won't be. I won't be long. I won't be long. Back in two shakes of a quick beast gastric evacuation pillow. I love. I love your. I love how your people talk. Ak, it's freaking awesome. Did you ever did you ever really think of living on Alternia? For a time. For a time, Mac. For a time. Trust me. If if everything would have went if everything would have went the way everything was planned back in the day, I would have stayed. Hell, I probably would have been able to get my people to live there alongside yours. But that was then, this is now. Actually, actually, you would know how it is, considering the bucket load of acid. That is so lewd, with the acid in the buckets. Hey, as long as no one comes acid, we're good. Falling on you would leave you either injured or very dead, and she's already gone. You're relieved that it's not that Stelsa isn't friendly. She's playing friendly. She's just approaches friendship in a way that makes you feel a, a little like a line on her to-do list that she's in a hurry to check off. How long have we been going on, Ek? A good a good 30 minutes. All right, we can go on for like an hour. I think these ones are particularly long, so we're gonna go for it. Or she seems like she wants you as some sort of work contract, not a friend. Okay, you've worn many hats in your pursuit of friendship. The clown cultist, an impromptu shish pepper. I would, people, before you ask, I do shush pap Gamzee. I don't shush pap Equius because that would imply me doing the shush pap to him. And knowing Equius as well as I do, it's not really a good thing unless you really want to lose your hand for like a week. I told you I'm sorry. I know. People always want to know. Do you shush pap? Do you shush pap everybody? Like, only Gamzee. A murder accomplice in business business associate business business associate is one of the Tamer on Tamer one's list. Now that you no longer have to keep up with her mile-a-minute conversation, you can take a proper look around their hive. Oh man, this don't even look like a home. This looks like an office. If you had your way, you would make our whole you would make our whole you would make our whole living quarters into your office. Ah, I plead the fifth. You can't do that all the time. No, we're not in the court of law. Still, you're not sure what's perturbing you. The sheer the sheer amount of pink is costing your eyeballs, or the fact that everything is painstakingly organized is making you a little uncomfortable. It's like you merely standing here is disrupting the careful order of the room. Fuck order! Her shelves are crammed full of books, all neatly arranged on topic with each topic on display. A little label on the shelf on each shelf. She also has a lot of posters featuring motivational slogans underneath her striking nature photography photography shit. The only normal spot in her hive is the coffee table with mismatched personal belongings piled on top of it. Books, papers, jacket, and a jacket. You think that might be a mug. None of these items are particular. None of these items None of those items strike you as being particularly Stelsa's style. The overall the overall effect is that of the and very pink, very neat office cubicle. You always feel like you should start chugging the you should start chugging mediocre coffee and complaining how you hate Mondays. Sorry for keeping you waiting. How many uh Equius? I'm gonna need like I'm gonna need like several of those towels. I mean, man, you got the clean ones because I'm gonna need it too. I'm just you know. Hmm. Thanks, buddy. So we wraps her hair in a towel. Well, it's getting a blast getting to know you. We should get lunch. We should get lunch sometime. I'm going to have to. I'm going to pencil you in, darling. But for now, I have a bit of a dilemma to deal with. That sounds worryingly dismal, like a worrying dismal. Sounds like a dismissal. Oh, yeah, it sounds like a dismissal. You sneak a glance on the schedule of a bulletin. It's it's a color. It's blazed of a color with any free slots. You don't want to be. You don't want to be penciled in. You have no idea when she might. You have no idea when she might be available next, and you need her sweet friendship now. Okay, dude. You seeing friendship as a sexual thing? Dog, I can't blame you right about now. I can't. This is normally the part of the episode where I'm like, dude, you need to stop. You're an addict, but I can't do it this episode. I can't do it for this. I can't. And for once, I can't do it. Can I do it? Oh, heck. For love, for love of Omicron, do it. Do it. You need to, you need to stop. This is very weird and lewd-like behavior. You need help. Did I do it? You did okay. Don't worry about it. Thanks, buddy. Maybe whatever her problem is something you can help her with. Unless you're ludicrously talented beautician, I think not. My usual my usual place brought me off their list, and right before I was in a very important meeting too. A girl has to look her best for these things to really knock their socks off. Egg, stop me right now, please. Okay. The sound of Aridin and Monica doing it. Yeah, that did it. Thank you. If you want to make an arrangement at another salon, I shall have to move fast. There's no time to waste. Who needs who needs a beautician when you're around? Come on, guys. You know how long I spend. You know how long I spend keeping my silver mane in check. A lot of times. Also got my mustache, so I got a mustache coming. And before you ask, yes, my mustache matches my silver hair. Can we not talk about it? Yes, you have no professional beauty experience. What Severa did, they gave you a crash course in great, crafting great looks. Stelsa, Stelsa, Stelsa is probably after a vibe that's a little less moisture wave, but you sure you can whip up something. You tell her you can help her. You can help her get ready. Get ready instead. Right in her hive. Eck again. The sound of them doing the sound of Gamzee eating a pie while thinking of Tavros. Okay, thank you. I needed that. Oh, nice. I'd never had a house call before. Let's do it. She leads you into the next room. rubbing her hair, rubbing her hair dry as rubbing her hair dry as she goes. Her coupon is in one of the corners of a vanity and other in a vanity and in the other with a tray of poofies, brushes, and other mysterious implements spread out on its surface. Some some of them are disturbingly pointy. Oh well, you're sure you're sure you'll be able to figure it out. What they all what they all for once you what they're all for once you start using them. I don't know what we're about to do, Egg, but if we fuck up, it's been a pleasure working for you. This we're not gonna die this time. This isn't a life or death situation. You think that, but what are you gonna do? So, darling, what do you think we should do first? It's all up to you. Not again. You're always making decisions around here. You're making all decisions around here. What what you wouldn't give for someone to voice your own life choices off on some random people you just met? That would be refreshing. Uh, heck, I'm scared. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Bugsy. You got this. Style the hair because that's what I do. That's what I do first. Well, that's the only thing I do, really. You funnel. You pick up a funnel doohickey that looks like it might be a hairdryer. You're fumbling around. You hit the button. You manage to turn it on by giving it a good squeeze. The funnel lets a hot blast of air with a hoarse animal yell. You actually think it might have teeth inside. You don't think about it too much. That's just the that's just the best you can do when it comes to literally anything, any unturning gadget. Thankfully, the noise fades soon into a low hum. Here, use this. Stelsa passes you a piece of thorny bramble. It looks painful, but when you begin to brush the hair, she sighs happily. Interesting, interesting to be in this position for once. When Therese is over, I'm the one usually doing this. You try to imagine Therese letting someone give her give her a sweet due, even when it's her girlfriend. You have a hard time picturing. You have a hard time picturing it. Well, I'm picturing it, buddy. Terrence always looks tired, so it just looks. When I'm thinking about it, it just looks kind of weird. But anyways, she's surprisingly in. She's does the last. She's surprisingly. She has a surprise. She has a pretty. She has a surprisingly pretty musical laugh. No, no, no. My dear isn't the one for involved in beauty rituals. She doesn't usually let me do just more than brush it, but it's still relaxing. Sliding the brush through Stelsa's hair is pretty relaxing. You allow yourself to zen out for a moment before shaking yourself out of it, casting. Trust me, I know how that feels, buddy. Let's just say, before me and Mindfang were a thing. You know what? I shouldn't talk about that. Casting around for something else to talk about. What this is? That's what a good hairdressers do, right? You strike up a casual conversation. Your your eyes fall on an open book sitting on the table. It's the only object there that doesn't have anything to do with hair or beauty, so it stands out to you like a sore thumb. It's strewn haphazardly, like it belongs to Stelsa. You can see that some of the tabs Teresa was using on her notes for her group project. If you look closely, you can catch the word the revolts in history on the page header. As Terra as Teresa's mate spread, Stelsa probably has big plans for dismantling the system from the inside after she becomes auditor. You remark that you think it's really cool what she and Teresa are doing. It might be scary to stick it to the man like that, but somebody has to do it. It's not exactly a light conversation, but to talk to Teresa about this has been so enlightening. If if sad, you really bonded over it. Maybe you'll bond able to bond with Stelsa too in the same way. She flicks the book just for a second before she reaches out to snap it shut, squirrels it away into one of the drawers. Oh crap! I'm not. I'm quite sure I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sticking anything anywhere. Definitely not to any. Yeah, buddy, I've lost. You, to be honest, you never had a fun in the racing. Hey, you're starting to sound a little bit like me. You're starting to sound a little bit like me and Atsukomaru. He wanted me to say that because he knew you'd pick this. He basically he basically wrote a thing for me to say, saying you never had a fun in the race. You were barking up the wrong tree to begin with. Ha ha ha! Because you can transform into a wolf. See what I did there? I'm gonna get that yellow ball. A nice kick in the ass. Neither is Teresa. Okay, this is not working the way we want it to. You're not gonna tell anyone your sworn secrecy. Reverts her eyes and starts searching. Again, I have not a single clue what you're talking about. Terezan are law-abiding subjects of the Empire. We don't dabble in things and sympathize with rebels. That would be Mausoleum College. She wrings her hands distractedly. We do the best way we do. I'm turning you up for a reason, darling. Without the hemo spectrum, the roles we need to play, why the world would be plunged in complete chaos. No, it wouldn't. Especially, no, it'd be like it'd be like this world, just without the SGWs. But there are SGWs on Attorney, but there are SGWs on Attorney on Alternative Bugsy. Yeah, but we don't talk about them. That's the thing. Just running around not knowing which way is up, doing whatever they please. No one to tell them their place in the world is. She goes, almost knocking jars of the table in a positive, frantic prospect of a societal breakdown. It's better for everyone this way. I truly believe that. Oh, Atsukamura told me to say this part. Eat her ass now, Bugsy. How do you feel about that now? Eat her ass now, you Goblinstraken. Oh, that motherfucker. I'm gonna get him back for that. He just wrote all this shit down for you to say. You don't even know what a Goblin Striker is. I do. It's a Chaos Lord cuss word, but you don't know what it is. You don't know what you don't know what a saying. You don't know what a Chaos Lord curse word is. So I can't. So yeah, you just said it. You're beginning to realize you put your foot in your mouth just a little bit, scuffed the two toes in that gob of yours, but maybe she's on her way to cover it up. Could it be possible that Stelsa what had called the Condes? Hearing that name triggers me for reasons I can't really say in this video. I can't believe you got triggered. Is that you saying that, or are you still reading off what Asakura wrote for you to say? It's a little bit of both. She doesn't know about Terra's underground research outcome. The book was right there. You're so confused, but clearly discussing discussing it with Stelsa, so you drop it, focusing on finishing up her hair instead. It's pretty soft now, and it's dry, and you're not sure. You're not sure. Sure. You're not sure you've styled it correctly, and she seems pleased. Great job, fantastic work. You did an excellent job. You glow at the praise. You say thanks. She's already passing you a bottle of nail polish. She really wants you to go all the way, huh? Don't say that. Don't say that phrase to me, please. I mean, I'm reading it. I just said the phrase. You twist it open and get to work. You're too focused on smudging the teal color over the point of her claw, the point of her claws to talk. Stelsa breaks the silence. I have a question for you. You're not sticking your tongue out in concentration. I have this acquaintance. This is the most tentative you've heard her so far. You weren't sure her vocal cords were capable of it. They're in a quadrant with someone who harbors a subversive, not outright treasonous. She's obviously talking about herself and Teresa, but you don't want to point that out in the case she gets upset. You nod along thoughtfully. She didn't always. I mean, the mate sprint. It blows over. It will blow over at some point. She must be going through a difficult phase. Oh, but we're the ones that kind of steered her in the way with Steer the way the like Earth law works. Oy, 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 oy. Waggles are a little bit like she's about to cry. Chew, you chew on the inside of your cheek, trying to figure out what to say. Yeah. Talking to Reza very much did not leave you with this impression that it was a phase. She sounded pretty serious. Does Stelsa's friend have any ideas what's going on with this? She looks at the drawer. So do you. Nope. You resist the urge to massage your temples. No idea at all. Oh wait, let me back it up. Absolutely not. You can do this. The first step to being a friend is to face up to the issue. You know that if there's a chance they have the tiniest little inkling of what might be happening, so the two of you can talk about it now. Yeah, you're no expert. You're no expert in open discussions. Probably it helps with relationship problems quite a bit. Plus, you ruminate yourself more to think about it less. Teresa leaving her her conversa- her controversial book out like it was an accident. It was right in front of about the original rebellion act. I was a part of that. How? My time powers, I even had them back then. They weren't as powerful as they were when I entered Spurb. But after a while, yeah. But I was a part of that. But I'll talk about it one day. Fully. The low blood rebellion, what part I had in it, a whole bunch of stuff. But I'll keep that one near my chest, so to speak. It was right in front of Zelsa's chair. After all, many Teresa wanted Stelsa to see it. You slicked the last bit of color on Stelsa's pink pinky claw pinky claw a while ago. You're both too wrapped up in the conversation to suggest moving on to something else. She lets the pause dry while two of you continue to talk. Hmm. My friend doesn't agree with her main spirit's sentiments. Discussing it causes unnecessary friction, wouldn't it? Maybe, but even so, addressing the issue probably is better than pretending like there isn't. There isn't. Besides, quad mates can coexist regardless, right? Of differing beliefs, right? You don't sound convincing yourself, but the platitudes seem to comfort Stelsa somewhat. You're probably right. Carefully minding her disjointed nails, she wipes away a few tears in a horror. Must be to the horror of what of was that the wrong thing to say? But then you notice she's smiling. I have no I have not spoken about that to anyone before now. Telling you about it was truly a load off my bellow sack cavity. I'm certain that my friend will be grateful as well. I shall relay your advice accordingly as soon as I can. You smile back weakly. You haven't been able to relate with very much when it comes to alternative life, but boy, can you relate to relationship drama. Trolls seem to have plenty of it. Or when you're a Chaos Lord that basically reincarnates every 100 years or so, you kinda know everything. It's one of the advantages of being a Chaos Lord, I swear. You hope everything turns out alright for her friend. Since since her voice is all sniffly, her eyelashes are still wet. You retrieve a hand, brings the tissues, holding it out for her, hoping that will help. She pulls she pulls out a few and blows her nose on them with a sad honking noise. I should I should finish getting ready. She reluctantly gets up. You'd probably do the same, knowing you had to head into some serious meeting business, spilling their heart like that. Experiencing emotions, experiencing emotions is tiring. Hell yes. Eventually, Stelsa musters up enough energy to to her feet, much to your surprise. Instead of immediately rushing off to complete her next premium test, she pulls you tight into a hug. Thank, thank you. You're a real friend. There is not a colleague, not a potential client, but that wonderful word, friendship. Oh, cool. He's got a monorail. Well, Equius, I think we're done. Well, guys, this was a long one, but I'm glad we got to do it. I am so glad we got to do it. We'll see you all next Monday. Same time. Well, different time, but same place. Also, we'd like to say thank you for watching this. I mean, seriously, if you want to share this with your friends and talk about how a troll and a chaos lord are doing these videos single-handedly, and talking about why did Bugsy keep on blurting out his past, so then we can all connect the dots and still kind of wonder, is he sending hints or is he that dumb? You can do it. You can do it at the soon. You can do it at the Chaos Nation Discord. Yes, I have my own Discord, and it's full of so many freaking things. My Discord is full of so many things. You should stop by. I maybe we don't have a lot of people yet, but sometimes I'm on, and if you want to talk to me, that's a good way of doing it. If you want to talk to me directly. I'll see you guys later. I'm Bugsy, and I'm Equius, also known as. I can't say that anymore, can I? Oh yeah, that's right. Horse member 360. We'll see you guys later. Peace, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this. Okay, we hope you enjoyed this. Peace.